Nikki Sixx, born Frank Carlton, Serafino Farana Jr., on December 11, 1958, in San Jose, California, is best known as the bassist and primary songwriter of the legendary rock band Motley Crue. His life is a remarkable tale of triumph, tragedy, and ultimate redemption, as he became one of the most iconic figures in rock music while battling personal demons that nearly consumed him. Raised by his grandparents after his father abandoned the family and his mother struggled with her own challenges, Sixx's childhood was turbulent. He often found solace in music, which became an escape from the instability surrounding him. At a young age, he developed a love for hard rock, glam, and punk, which influenced his later style. At 17, Sixx moved to Los Angeles to pursue his dream of becoming a musician. Like many aspiring rock stars, his early years in LA were a struggle. He worked odd jobs and even briefly played in the band Sister, fronted by Blackie Lawless, before forming London with guitarist Lizzie Gray. But it wasn't until he met drummer Tommy Lee that his fortunes would change forever. In 1981, Sixx formed Motley Crue alongside Tommy Lee, guitarist Mick Mars, and vocalist Vince Neil. The band's unique blend of glam rock, heavy metal, and outrageous stage antics made them stand out. Their debut album, Too Fast for Love, 1981, was self-released on their own label, Lethur Records, before being picked up by Elektra Records. With raw energy, catchy hooks, and a look that fused decadence with danger, Motley Crue quickly developed a devoted following. The band's success skyrocketed with the release of their second album, Shout at the Devil, 1983, which featured hit tracks like Looks That Kill and Too Young to Fall in Love. The album's dark, rebellious themes resonated with a generation, and Motley Crue became one of the biggest bands in the world. They continued their success with albums like Theater of Pain, 1985, and Girls, 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 1987, each of which cemented their reputation as the bad boys of rock and roll. Behind the scenes, however, Nikki Sixx was fighting a dangerous battle with addiction. Throughout much of the 1980s, he struggled with alcohol and drugs, particularly heroin. His autobiography, The Heroin Diaries, 2007, chronicles his harrowing descent into addiction during this time, revealing the chaotic, often self-destructive lifestyle he led. His addictions reached a peak on December 23, 1987, when he famously overdosed on heroin and was declared clinically dead for 2 minutes before being revived by paramedics with 2 shots of adrenaline. Despite the brushes with death, Sixx continued to use drugs for some time before eventually realizing the toll it was taking on his life and career. In 1989, Motley Crue released Dr. Feelgood, their most commercially successful album, but it was also the first album Sixx recorded while sober. The record produced hits like Dr. Feelgood and Kickstart My Heart, and became a defining moment for the band as well as for Sixx's personal recovery journey. As Motley Crue's popularity began to wane in the 1990s, Sixx branched out into other musical endeavors. He formed the band 58 in 2000, and later Brides of Destruction with Tracy Guns, both of which showcased his creativity beyond the Motley Crue sound. However, his most successful side project was Sixx Dem, formed in 2007 with guitarist DJ Ashba and vocalist James Michael. The band's debut album, The Heroin Diaries soundtrack, was a companion to his autobiography, and its success helped Sixx re-establish himself as a creative force. Sixx also proved himself to be a talented writer, releasing several books, including This Is Gonna Hurt, 2011, which combined his photography with musings on life, art, and overcoming personal struggles. In addition to his musical career, he became a radio host, launching Sixx Sense, a popular syndicated rock radio show that ran for several years. Nikki Sixx's legacy is not only tied to his music, but also to his role in shaping the cultural impact of glam metal and hard rock in the 1980s. Motley Crue's influence can be seen in countless bands that followed, and their music remains a staple of rock radio to this day. In 2019, their biopic, The Dirt, based on the book co-written by Sixx and his bandmates, introduced a new generation to the wild world of Motley Crue. On a personal level, Sixx has been married 3 times and is a father of 5 children. His most recent marriage to model Courtney Bingham in 2014 has been a stabilizing force in his life. After years of turmoil, Sixx now embraces sobriety, fatherhood, and a healthier lifestyle, becoming an advocate for recovery and personal transformation.